Hello, it's Randy Dewey, and today I have George Arabian with me, CEO of Envision in Toronto, Canada. I loved our earlier chat and your vast experience. Certainly looked you up and certainly can see all the good things that you've been doing, George. And the audience loves to hear about stories of how great leaders have handled unexpected crises. So the question today is, explain a time when you experienced an unexpected crisis as a C-suite executive, and how did you leverage that for growth and opportunity?
Thanks very much, Randy. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today and have a little bit of a forum to share my opportunity and my crisis. So, it's a good question. And, in the last year, obviously, there's been so many challenges with everything going on in the world. But, outside of that particular scenario with the pandemic, one of the most significant crises that I faced was the departure of what I would consider not only one of my best employees, but also one of my best friends who helped me build this business. And unfortunately, he had a significant health setback and he could no longer work. And it came abruptly and, unbeknownst to anybody here. When you're a CEO and as there's a lot of plans that go into place and you're building the team and you're trying to execute towards a common vision. And when something like that, comes off, what do you do?
Right.
You were part of the plan and part of the vision, and you've been there with me day one. So, there was a huge dependency on honesty and transparency and being, him and I would, we'd have our conversations and, really have difficult conversations with one another, but I would trust him with his responses and feedback. And, having that trusted person in your organization becomes, it's such an additional value, so so we were notified, the pandemic had just, we had gone into lockdown, and then he was given his health condition. And it was like, whoa, I'm not ready for this because I'm still trying to figure this pandemic thing out. So what that ultimately ended up doing was really motivating me to, the perseverance and the resiliency needed as a CEO, because it was not only him that I had to, think of, but everyone else in the agency as well that had to be cared for. The business has to keep going. Things have to continue because you've not only made a commitment to everybody, not just one individual in the organization.
Right.
So, you like in my world, when marketing, and oftentimes when we're with our clients, the one thing we say is the beauty of digital marketing is that we can pivot quickly. And in this instance, having done that for the last 20 years of strategizing, building a plan and pivoting because the quantifiable metrics weren't quite aligning with what our hypothesis had anticipated, this was one of those pivot moments where it's like, okay, we need to restructure, reroute our plans, remap things out. And so we were able to do that. And, through resiliency and perseverance, just keeping that calm mindset, it allowed us to be where we are today a year later.